Recall the distributive property allows us to eliminate parentheses by multiplying through a sum or difference. A times B plus C. We can simplify that by distributing to get AB plus AC. Or if we have A times B minus C, we can distribute A with B and A with C to get AB minus AC. So the steps to solve equations are now: apply the distributive property to eliminate parentheses when needed, then simplify both sides of the equation using combining like terms, apply the addition property of equality. This will allow us to move all variables to one side and constants to the other, and then if necessary we can use the multiplication property of equality to finally isolate the variable. In this example, notice we have parentheses. We first need to distribute the 5 to remove the parentheses. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 4 is minus 20. And this is equal to 20. Now that we've distributed, look to see if we can combine like terms. We can't do anything on the left, and everything on the right side is good to go as well. So now we need to start isolating the variable. Notice that all the variables are already on the left side. The next goal is to move any constants to the right side. We need to move this minus 20. We can do that by adding 20 to both sides. We get 5x equals 40. Finally, we use the multiplication property. Divide by 5 on both sides, and x equals 8. Let's use the calculator to quickly check the answer. I'm going to plug 8 into the original equation. We have 5 times, we're going to replace x with 8, minus 4. And hopefully that equals 20. And it does. It equals the right side. If the left side equals the right side, we get a true statement, which means 8 is correct. In example B, we have 2 sets of parentheses. On the left side, we'll need to distribute the 6, and on the right side, we need to distribute the 5. So on the left, 6 distributes with 5 and x. This will give us 6 times 5 is 30, and 6 times x is 6x, equals. On the right side, we want to distribute the 5. 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times minus 4 is negative or minus 20. At this point, see if we can simplify. There's nothing to simplify on the left. We don't have like terms on the left, and we don't have like terms on the right. But recognize that you have x terms on both sides of the equal sign. We want to move all of the terms that contain an x to one side only. It doesn't matter which side we put them on. I personally think it's easier if we put them on the left. So I need to move this 5x by subtracting it on both sides. We now have 30 plus x equals negative 20. Since the variables are on the left side, we need to move any constants to the right side. So we'll move this 30 by subtracting. We now get x equals negative 50. We can now check this. Let's plug in negative 50 to the left side. 6 times 5 plus negative 50. And this gives us negative 270 on the left. Let's do the same thing on the right to see if we get the same answer. Plug in negative 50 for x. 5 times, replace x with negative 50, minus 4, close off the parentheses, and notice we get the same thing. That confirms that our answer is correct. In example 3, we have some parentheses we need to clean up. Let's do that using the distributive property. Start by distributing the 2. We'll get 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 or minus 4. Now we need to distribute this negative 2 as well. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 times negative 2. X is positive 4x. And that's equal to 4. After we distribute, notice that we can combine like terms. 6x plus 4x are all on the left side. We can combine those to get 10x. We also have minus 4 minus 10 or negative 4 minus 10. Combine those to give us negative 14. And that equals 4. Now recognize that your variable x is on the left side. We now need to move the constants to the right side. So we can add 14 to both sides. $10x equals 18. Let's now divide by 10. And x equals 18 divided by 10. We can write that as a decimal or we can write it as a fraction. We'll have to reduce the fraction to get 9/5. Let's check this in the calculator. Let's copy the left side of the original equation and replace all of the x's with 9/5. 2 times 3, replace x with 9/5, minus 2, close off the parenthesis, minus 2, open parenthesis, 5 minus 2, we'll replace x with 9/5, then we close, and hopefully this gives us 4, and it does. It gives us the right side. We know that's a true statement now, which tells us 9/5 is correct. In example B, we need to first distribute that 4. We'll distribute to remove the parentheses. 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 times 4 is 16. Then we'll just copy down the rest for now. 16 minus 20, we can combine those. 16 minus 20 is minus 4. Now that we've simplified on both sides, we need to move all variables to one side. Again, x can be on the left side or the right side. It doesn't really matter. I like x on the left, so let's subtract 5x. We get 7x minus 4 equals 3. Since our variables are on the left, we need to move the constants to the right side. Let's add 4. 7x equals 7. Finally, we will divide by 7 on both sides, and we get x equals 1. We can now check that. Let's look at the left side first. 4 times 3, we're going to replace the x with 1, plus 4, close off that parenthesis, minus 20. So on the left side, we get 8. Let's do the same thing on the right side. 3 plus 5, replace x with 1, and we get 8 again. So the left side equals the right side. We get a true statement, which tells us 1 is the correct answer.